What's up, everybody? You are now tuned into my podcast, Difficult People Chronicles, Seriously Focused Johnnie, SF Johnnie. Today's episode is called The Single Man and Changing Faces. So, go back to my episode, the Father's Day message. Go back to the episode, the message out here sleeping. This is for the single man. This single man, he's messing around with a lot of women, and a lot of women is trying to clutch on to him. He is very successful, very handsome, very well-to-do, and a lot of women is trying to clutch on to him. Meaning, he thinks he's a player. But sometimes when a man doesn't follow the path that God wants him to walk, he ends up losing at playing the game. This man is he's gonna lose at being a player. He's not built to play the game, but he think he's winning. So what I saw is one woman is gonna latch onto him, and so he likes to be chased. He's a little bit like, now if you listen to my Father's Day message, if you listen to the message out here sleeping, he has some qualities like the married man, some, in a sense where the married man wants his wife to sweat him. This single man wants women to chase after him. He just loves to chase. Yeah, he wants women to sweat him. And he thinks it's cute. He thinks a lot of these women, they only cute if they chase after him. Yeah. Well, there's going to be one woman that's going to go harder than all of them. Like, she's going to be worshiping him and sweating him, and yeah, every move. Like, she's going to drop her whole personality, her schedule. She's going to transform just to chase him. And what it looks like is, like, say for instance, she normally gets her hair done on Friday. She's going to start canceling appointments. She's going to work around his schedule. If she, I don't know, hang out with her friends once a month, like they have girls' night where they just all meet up at someone's house for drinks or, snacks and watch a movie, she's going to start canceling. Her world is going to revolve around, she's going to basically, her world is going to be around him. And he thinks it's cute because that's what he wants. There's a catch, right? Okay. So you have some men out there with insecurities and issues where they just like to be chased. I feel like it's something wrong with them where they like to be chased. I don't know if it's a situation where maybe when they was ugly, maybe when they was young, they were considered an ugly duckling and women didn't give them no play or no attention, and now they older and all of this is reflecting in their adulthood where they like to be chased and stuff like that. Anyway, what I saw, this one person that's going the hardest, he's going to sleep with this woman. Y'all all know what happens after a person sleeps with someone that ain't for them, right? They transform. Y'all do know that. I don't need to tell you. You know that. So this person is going to transform after he sleeps with her because she is going to feel like At one time, her world revolved around him, and then she feels like, because this is the way she thinks like, once I sleep with him, I'm gonna have him hooked. That's the way she thinks. And she's gonna transform, and he's gonna see her true colors. During sleeping together, intimate, when they get intimate, she's gonna tell him everything he wanna hear. How great he is in bed. Let me see, what did I write down? She gonna say everything. She gonna say, he the man, hurricane, whoever. She gonna gas his head up. She gonna say a lot. And then right after sex, she gonna realize she don't really like him. She don't like nothing about him. She don't like the way he smells. She don't like the way he touched. She don't even like nothing about him. But she's gonna pretend. And that's where the change in faces is. Because what I saw was an actress. So she's acting. And the person that I saw, let me tell you what I saw. I saw the woman, I don't know what her name is. I remember the movie though. And this is she played in a lot of different things, but what I remember was this one particular movie, right? And then what came to me is that she's crazy. So in the movie, she was a radio host, I think, for something, I don't know. And people would call in and try to get with her. Like, they wanted to meet up with her, and she would go on dates with these people that would call in, the callers. And then she would have sex with them and kill them. Yeah. Not saying that these women is going to kill a single guy. But this person, what I saw is that this person is an actress. This person is definitely crazy. So she's going to change faces. And I'm just saying. I'm just giving examples. This is my examples. She might become a stalker. She might call him 24/7. She might show up everywhere where she would think he's at. She may be even go to his house unannounced. Yeah. Or cry and say she's in an accident and she get out of here. Flies. Or say some kind of emergency so he can show up. Whatever it is, she's crazy. This single man needs to be very careful. Very. So if you know this guy and you know that he's at the point now where he's messing with a whole heap of women, tell him listen to my message, because one of them women gonna get crazy. You know how many times a lot of people say, oh, they think they hard, and they say things like, oh, that person may be crazy, but they don't know me and all that other stuff. When a person got a demonic spirit inside of them, it's only the love of God that can stop that person. I said what I said. Yeah. So the single man wants something from her, and she wants something from him. Yep. He wants sex. He might want a child. I don't know. But she wants Social Security. Yeah. And that's another thing that makes situations similar between him and a married man. This woman that they both get with wants money. Yeah. This woman wants to be taken care of forever. She wants Social Security, 401k, pension, all that. Mm-hmm. Anything that got money, dollars, and cents till infinity, to however age she live, whether it be 104, yeah, she wants to get paid. Cha-ching. Now this is the part I saw this morning when I woke up. She's gonna try to trap him. Yeah, she's gonna try to trap him. And I mean, even though she tries to, I feel like this guy wants a kid. But the question is he ready? I don't know. Like if he's ready, or he wants to have her chase him for some more times or whatever the situation. I don't know. All I know is that she's gonna try to trap him. Like I always say, when you sleep with someone outside of marriage, that can mess up your spirit. And whatever's inside of that other party can affect the person that they're sleeping with. Yeah, them demonic spirits. They be coming out to play. 1 Corinthians 6:18, flee from sexual immorality. All other sins a person commits are outside the body, but whoever sins sexually sins against their own body. Yeah. And I know a lot of people say things like, oh, you can't go without having sex and all that other stuff. Let me tell you something. When it flies up in this piece. When it comes to you don't know who's who nowadays, and you know this world is getting crazy. You need to keep your legs closed, because that one night of pleasure, and I always say this, even to some of my friends, I'd be like, that 15 minutes of pleasure can end up with a lifetime of misery. Like, a person meets someone and their hair is just as black as mine, and then next thing you know, their hair white like chalk. Within months, like 2-3 months, and they only be like 4 years older than you because of the drama. Or all of a sudden they talking about all sorts of bones in their body aching because of drama. Stress can do a wear and tear on your body. Stress is like a truck in the islands going up a rocky hill, where every time you turn around you gotta change tires or get the car fixed. Well, this is the sad part. Within the group of these women chasing him, there's going to be a real woman in the mix. And he's going to mess up big time. Because he's going to sleep with the fake. And we don't know what's going to happen out of that. And I'm just giving scenarios. This is my scenarios. He could sleep with the fake, and it'd be so much drama that the real person don't want to be bothered. And that's one of the first things I thought about. I said, when just because a man's life is messy doesn't mean a woman who doesn't have baggage have to deal with that. That's number one. Number two, when there's a lot of danger or warnings in a man's life, like he has something in his life that is just very dangerous, and even though he says, oh, I'm handling it and all this other stuff, and that person is demonic, another person who doesn't have any of those nonsense does not have to deal with it. Like I say. Number three, and I always tell people this, when they say things like, you hear some people say things like, oh, what if that's the one that God has for me? I say to them, and this person has so much going on in their life where they chose and they didn't choose you. You have the right to go to God and say, God, can you send me someone else? Matthew 7:7, ask and it is given, seek and ye shall find, knock and the doors will be opened unto you. Go to God and ask God to send you someone else. Because it's not all the time that what happened was supposed to happen. Meaning, and I'm going to just say this before I wrap it up. Meaning that God could send you your husband, and then there's interference. And the interference is that Jezebel that walked in his life. And his role was to stay close to God so God can bring him and his wife that he ordained together. But he chose to go with Jezebel. And that wasn't the plan. God sees and knows everything. Okay? So a person can go to God and say, you know, God, can you send me someone else that's to your liking, that will choose me the first time? And then you pray about interference, and you pray that his mind is right, and you pray that he has protection over him and everything else. Yeah, just go to God in prayer. Or ask God to give you direction. Because God will sit there and tell you, you know, sometimes it might be a situation where the guy is for you. And there's no other option, and that's it. And your role is to help him weather the storm or something like that. Or, you know, no, wait, something's coming to me. It could be a situation where, and this is what came to me. Yeah, my spirit. Whatever he chose, and this could be for the single person, whatever he chose, the other person needs to be, that right woman needs to be patient and let him weather that storm. And that right woman not interfere. All she got to do is just pray. Yeah. But he's going to have to go through that himself, because that's what he chose. A lot of times we got to be patient, and when we pray for our husband or pray for what we want, which is another episode, it's not so much that God is not doing what we ask for or going to give us what we want. It's that he's working on it. And the big word is patience. Yeah, patience. So it could be a situation that God knew that he was going to choose this actress who's psycho, loco en la cabeza. And he decided to say, you know what? He is going to deal with that situation. And this woman needs, the real woman, the woman that he ordained to be his wife, needs to be patient so he could work through him. Because what happens is that when God works through this man, he learns how to be obedient, how to be disciplined, and how to be loyal. Because in his head, he's like, I'm not doing that again. Yeah. Sometimes people need to get a behind whipping in order to act right. That's one of the things my grandmother used to say. But she used to say the other word. She used to say, a lot of times these men need to get an A whipping in order to act right. And that's what she meant. When some of these guys used to go through certain situations and we used to sit down and be like, dang, that's messed up. And she said, no, sometimes they need to go through that in order to act right. Yeah. So that's it for today. For more, sign up for a session. Go to my website, seriouslyfocusedjohnnie.com. Check me out on YouTube, like, subscribe, click the notification. Check out my store. For suggested topics, email me. And love me more, and I love you more. Later.